Hello there, this is DBT, and these are the rooms. And alright, I am back. Yes, if you don't know what I'm talking about, basically you may or may not have noticed that for the past I don't know how many days I've basically been away from the channel, not posting any videos, not replying to comments, nothing at all. And that is related to a community post that I did precisely last week, where I mentioned that I was having some health issues and I was not gonna be able to be around. And yeah, that actually, well, here we are. Now, don't worry, I am generally speaking okay, though you might notice that my general energy for this video, it's not gonna be as high as normally. And I'll explain a little bit later within this video, but I'm alright, don't worry. I do want to thank everybody for sending me your well wishes and telling me to take care of myself first. I really appreciate you guys, I really do. It's nice to see that you guys worry about me, but it's alright, I'm fine, mostly fine. But alright, so what are we doing for today? Well, I want to have a bit of a look at the sales that are happening right now, because not only was I away from the channel, I was basically away from the game for quite a few days, so I'm not exactly sure what has been happening. I did see, because I've been opening the game in the last couple of days to see what's going on, I did see that there are some sales for cars, but in my main account, because I have a bunch of cars already, it will probably be good to show you. If I go into the garage and see what is in sale, that's what the button is here for, you will notice that I only see two things. I see the MV Augusta, and I see the McLaren 675 LT. Those are the only things that I see on sale, but I know that there's more because I saw a nice little pop-up with 3 very good looking cars. Now, unfortunately, I don't actually have the pop-up anymore. I mean, it showed up when I opened this account. I don't see it right now, but oh well. Basically, it showed the Lamborghini Veneno, the Terzo Millennio, and the Devel 16 that apparently they're on sale. So I decided, you know what, let's have a look at everything that is on sale at the moment and let's talk about it. Now, the first thing that I will say is that this sale is specifically for pay-to-win players. This is not a sale that is good for free-to-play players because all of the cars that are being quote-unquote offered are being sold for either fusion coins or for vouchers. And both of these currencies are premium only. So that is a bit of an unfortunate situation. And yeah, well, but that aside, I did want to quickly mention that in another video I talked about how when there's a currency sale where they sell a bunch of currencies at the same time for, I believe it's something like $20 or something, I did say that that's a good offer to get if you're a pay-to-win player. Again, I'm not trying to convince anybody to spend money on this game, but I did say that if you're spending money in this game, that is probably one of the best things to spend money on, because you would get about 800 vouchers, and normally there's not a ton to buy with those vouchers, but when there's sales, they tend to be good sales for that currency. So anyway, let's have a look at what is being offered. We have the Camaro Z28 for 5 vouchers, which is obviously not a lot, but nothing too special. I believe this is a car that you can get normally for fusion coins. We got the Datsun 280Z. I cannot talk much about these cars because I don't own them, even, no, probably I do own them. I do own them, now that I think about it, because they didn't show up on my sale, but I probably don't have them upgraded, so I never tested them, so I cannot speak for how good or bad they are. But you will notice that the price for tokens, it's pretty high. It's the quote-unquote regular price that these cars would sell for 4 tokens. The discount, obviously, it's on the voucher price. So we got the Ariel Atom, and now this thing, there we go. We got over here the MV Augusta, which is the one that we saw on my account, for 90 tokens. We got the McLaren 675 LT for 70 vouchers, not tokens, vouchers. We got the SSC Ultimate Aero. Now, this is a peculiar one because I've seen some people that apparently got this car for a much lower price than this. Something like 10 or something like that. I don't know. How did that happen? How do some people get it for that and some people like this account get it like this? I have no idea. It might be just random. But this is an ultimate car of Class A. Not a good one. For this price, not recommended, but for the super low price of whatever 5 or 10 it was, the other one, I would consider it if you don't have any Class A cars at all. This might not be a good car, but it's better than no car, so keep that in mind. But generally speaking, it's not a car that I can recommend. It does look kind of cool. And here we go, the Lamborghini Veneno. Go for it. Worth it. No, I'm kidding. I don't know. On the top right, there should be a link appearing right now where I tested this car in multiplayer, and I love this car. It's my favorite car, period, in the entirety of the world. of the game or whatever, it's my favorite car. But I'm not gonna lie to you and tell you that it's an amazing performing car. So check that video. Maybe you can make your own decisions on that sense. And 100 seems kind of expensive given some of the other price that we'll see. We got also the Bell 16 for an even lower price. This is a car of Class S, very, very high rank, which is good if what you're looking for is to have a high rank car for career or something like that. Excuse me. And given the price, it's not bad, but it's a very difficult car to drive overall because the handling is just straight up terrible. So I still need to make a video on it, and actually that was the idea of making a video today, but I'll talk more about why I couldn't do it today. But don't worry, a video of me driving this car in multiplayer is coming soon. Then we also have the Asphalt Owl. Honestly, I have no experience with this car and it's even more expensive. I hear that it's a good car, though it seems to be a very wall climbing. Then we got the Lambo Terzo Millennium. And this one, the car, it's alright. That's the most I can say about it. But don't go for this, because this is a car that normally sells for fusion coins. So don't go for it. Something like the Veneno that normally sells only for tokens all the time, regularly, then maybe that's something you want to consider. But this is a car that sells for fusion coins, or it has been sold for fusion coins for quite a while now. So it doesn't make sense to go on a pay-to-win currency, or let's say premium currency only. So this I would not recommend to go for. Something, for example, again, like the Devel 16, this has always been on tokens. Only very, very, very rarely has been available for fusion coins, and I'm talking about like super rare sets. But it's always a token car. So this, for example, is something that I would consider more than this. Also, the price and voucher is very high. I don't know. Then we got the Tushek TS900 Racer Pro, which is honestly, yeah, I think that's the last one to sell. That is a surprisingly good car for this rank. To me, it almost performs like an 8061 car. But hey, you know, it's a pretty good car, I would say. And it looks kind of nice, so hey. I recently also used it on my fantastic team. But yeah, so I just wanted to have a look at those sales, but I was also interested in seeing what was in the shop. Now, again, having a look at, this is obviously premium only since this is the shop, obviously. But we got that the Ultimate Upgrade has come back on sale for $20. Remember, this is in my local currency. This translates to about $20. Really, it's more than that in my local currency because of the conversion and how things are priced, but whatever. In US dollars, this should be 20. We got 5 direct upgrades of Class S for $5. Then we also have the Winter Clash offers that we had seen before. Interestingly enough, there is a sale for the Mercedes CLK GTR. A beautiful car. Fantastic performance. Don't go for it. This is a car that normally you can buy for credits, not even fusion coins, credits. So no, don't go for it. This is obviously right now for some TLE for the Mercedes whatever, Mercedes Mayhem. But no, this isn't worth going for money. And other than that, yeah, nothing special. Now if we go over here to the offers, if they were to load, thank you. We got some more stuff related to the Mercedes. Mercedes Mayhem with a sale for the Silver Lightning for 160 vouchers. Again, I think this is a car that normally you can buy for credit, so wouldn't necessarily recommend it. Now, here we go again with what I've said before, that this is a decent opportunity to use vouchers if you, for example, went for that currency offer. I think it was a New Year's, the last one that was offered. You can buy, for example, the Lycan Hypersport for 310, or maybe the McLaren 600 LT for 230. So yeah, just wanted to have a look at that. And other than that, you know, it's the normal same old stuff. So nothing too special going on in that. I just wanted to have a look at what it is that it's being offered. Oh, I keep forgetting that there are pop-up ads. But yeah, so I just wanted to have a look at the offers for everything that it's on sale right now, at least that this new account can see. But let's go back to my main one. Okay, here we go. We're back to my regular account. So what we're gonna do for the rest of this video, we're gonna play a little bit of multiplayer. But first, my Treasure Rush experience has not been fantastic. I have lost on a bunch of, or missed out on a bunch of dices while I couldn't play the game. I made sure to claim the easy ones to get, but the multiplayer and gauntlet ones were a problem. But hey, I did make some progress. I got some parts, and somehow I got 1340 of these things. But yeah, it's unlikely that I'm gonna get this. A bit sad because I kind of like the car. Should I go premium for it, like pay to win whaling? Oh, it looks cool. But anyway, so let's play a little bit of multiplayer. But I wanted to show you precisely where I am in multiplayer. Master Season just began because I'm recording this on technically Monday, but there's also Classic Season, and you can see that I'm still in Silver League with a grand total of 14 races done. And that is because obviously there were a lot of days where I could not play at all, so I'm incredibly behind on this, and yes. So we're gonna play here, but that is actually a bit of a blessing in disguise, and that has to do with the fact that I'm gonna be playing in low ranks, and that is a good one, so hold on. And I'm actually kind of close of getting out of this league, but I decided to bring my Bentley just because it's a beautiful car. I really like it, and I don't drive it very often, and I don't think I need a massively performant car, and no need to bring the OP car. You can see that I had been driving before the DeLorean. But alright, let's get into the races, and we'll talk a bit. I did not consider that being so late in the season, and there's not a lot of players in this particular bracket, so let's try instead for the 1410. Here we go, and I brought again the DMC DeLorean because why not? I still want to make a protest of that car, but we'll get to that at some point. Alright, so let's talk about what happened to me last week. Basically, in a few words, it was a massive migraine. It's not common, but I wouldn't say it's necessarily uncommon for me to have headaches in general. That's the thing that happens. And sometimes I do get migraines, so I'm familiar with migraines. However, last week I got the absolute worst that it's ever been. It was insane. It was impossible for me to do literally anything. I cannot go into too much detail because all I can say about it is I was in pain and it would not stop. It got so severe that I had to be taken to the doctor. They gave me a bunch of medications and said, if this medication, which is basically the strongest medication that we can give for this issue, if this doesn't work, you're literally gonna have to take him to the emergency whatever. Because then there is some real danger that it could be something like, I mean, they wouldn't say it, but after doing a bit of research, I thought, what if it's like I'm gonna I have a clot or something. But anyway, so yeah, it was rough. And oh, I got a third place. And by the way, don't pay attention to my horrible driving. I'll talk a bit more about my level of gaming right now. Though surprisingly, there was enough points to get out of the league. So yay, I guess. But yeah, it was absolutely insane. And well, I'll continue from here because I don't know how long it's gonna take to fill up. I decided to bring my 650S GT3 just because big wing, why not? But anyway, if you know about migraines, if you have experienced migraines, they are debilitating, but depending on the severity is how, well, bad in general they are. One thing that it's very identifiable of migraines is that the pain comes in one side of the head, and it tends to get worse with light, with light and loud sound. So in my case, the migraine that I had, it was absolutely, like I said, I've experienced them before, but this was way and above anything else that I had ever experienced, and it was just hurting like absolute hell, even if I was in straight up darkness, full-on darkness and complete silence. So it was bad. So anyway, after all the medication and all, eventually the constant pain at all times finally subsided, but that didn't mean that I was okay because I was still incredibly sensitive to all forms of lights, all forms of sound. So it was horrendous. So for the next several days, I basically had to live in darkness. And yeah, it wasn't fun. So that's why whenever I could, I posted that I was gonna be away for a few days. I thought it was gonna last less because again, I thought, well, maybe like in previous migraines, it'll go away in a matter of one day. It took long, but hey, here we are. And the one thing that I will say is that I have been checking what was my state in order to record some videos because I knew that I didn't have any videos to publish on the channel. And that is something that by the way, I need to correct because look, for the sense of entertainment and whatnot, but even just simply from the standards of my channel, I always try to make sure that there are some things to publish on the channel. And this time, it caught me completely by surprise, and I had absolutely nothing to upload for this day. And while I appreciate you guys being like, hey, don't worry about it, take care of yourself and all that, I would still prefer to have stuff in the channel. But yeah, I need to make sure to have more videos around. But what I was saying that maybe was a bit of a blessing that I'm racing in lower brackets, it's because I'm still to this point, how many days has it been? 5, 6, yeah, like 5 days, something like that, almost, whatever. Since I had this issue, I'm to this point still kind of affected by it. Obviously, not too badly. That's why I'm here recording and I'm talking and all of that. But that's why I cannot be super excited about anything or screaming or actually, if you could see my monitor, it's an incredibly low light setting. And also, like I said, the fact that I'm driving with quote-unquote slower cars is actually kind of good. Now, granted, this is considerably faster than the DMC DeLorean that I was driving before yesterday when I got to play again. But I really could not deal with the high speed of all fastest races or anything. Like it was absolutely crazy. So like, nah, never mind. I'm gonna go with the slow cars. It's fine. All right. Well, this fills up. Might as well continue. So yeah, like I said, it got scary for the first day when the pain was just absolutely impossible to stop. Because again, that could be an indication of something else altogether. But fortunately, that wasn't the case, and here I am. I am alive. Now, I did see some comment saying that maybe the cough finally caught up to me. Funnily enough, the cough has nothing to do with that because they're completely different issues. But the cough has been making things so difficult because when you have migraine, when you have a headache, coughing hurts. When you have a migraine, it's way worse. So yeah, that wasn't fun. And the cough still refuses to leave me, but hey, I'm not here to complain about it. I am here just to report that I am alive and I'm getting better. In fact, I might sound a little low on energy and all of that, though that's really on purpose. I don't want to scream or anything. In fact, my own sound that I got, it's playing very low so that it's not destroying my ears or anything. But overall, I'm fine. I'm okay. I'm recovering, which is a good thing. I am unable to look, for example, at sunlight. That's an absolute no. But as far as light inside of my house and all of that, now I can. Since yesterday, I've been able to deal with it. It's not that bad. Today, it actually has been generally good. So yeah, I do expect to get back to normal very soon. So don't worry, it's all good. I just wanted to make a video with a little bit of an update as to what has been happening, and also to play a little bit more because also part of the process is to get back to, well, you know, I need to go back to the light at some point, so might as well need to get used to it and more noise, talking and all of that, considering that how important this channel and everything, all of this is for me. So yeah, it's all good, guys. I really appreciate you for the being worried about me, take it easy and all of that. I appreciate it. I did, and here we are. So yeah, I will soon, hopefully, I'm not making promises, but hopefully tomorrow there might be a video of me driving the DeBell, because I do want to show you what the DeBell is about, in case you ever thought, oh, I want to drive that car because it looks absolutely fantastic. Don't get me wrong, it looks fantastic, but it is a bit of a pain in the rear bumper to drive, and I want to talk about it. And hopefully I'll be in a better state where I can now be a bit more energetic. But hey, it's all good. Guys, once again, I want to thank you all for all the messages, for telling me to take it easy and all that stuff, for your well wishes and all of that. I really appreciate it. And don't worry, I'm okay. I'm back. And content will resume. That's all for now. Thank you for watching. And I'll see you in the next one. Take care and stay safe. Bye-bye.